Right up to the mouth. Okay, so, all right. So I've already used a minute of my 5 minutes. So, okay, and the other brief was don't demonstrate a piece of software, which is kind of hard when you have a software company. So I made a video. There's no audio to it. I'm just going to talk you through it. And the video runs 3 minutes, which will about end my speech because I've used 2 minutes now. But I just thought I'd tell you my story and show you what we've built. This adventure started about 5 years ago with the grand plan of starting a software company, building a piece of software, selling it within 6 months and being rich in 7 months. Okay, it didn't quite work that way, you know, not like on the telly. So we'll be an overnight success anytime real soon. Okay, so there's a bit of story, right? But this, if I try and not pause the video, I think I should get through it on time. Okay, this is where I started my world, is screens that look like this, and I had to document these sort of things. Most of you are a lot younger than I am. This is Lotus Notes. I'm sure some of you have heard of that. Oh. And this is sort of the tool that I use to document stuff in Lotus Notes. And then I'd whack it into a word processor. It wouldn't have been Word, it would have been something else, and I'd draw circles on it, and I'd put these little call-out boxes in it. I remember the first time I did this, it took me 2 days, and it nearly killed me, right? So, and then, of course, the punter would want a bloody presentation as well, and so you'd have to turn to your presentation tool and do the whole thing again. And so I tried yesterday, I did this last night, this little bit of video, trying to remind myself how to do call-out boxes in PowerPoint. And this is real footage. What I was trying to do there is actually select the object, but of course it grabs the image in the background, right? And so then I wanted to copy this and move it, and it's like, which bit do you bloody grab? And it kind of did my head in, and I was reliving those painful experiences of years past. And then I got to know this thing. This is called UPK from Oracle, and I actually sold and supported this for a number of years. And it's a sort of way of creating procedural materials more quickly. And that was really hard because it was a 4-day training course to learn to use it. That was good for me because I was selling the 4-day training course, right? So it worked out really quite well. It was very lucrative. But what would happen is companies would get it and they would implement it, but then they'd shelve it because it was just too hard and heavy. So then I turned to this. Does anyone know what that thing is? This is Visual Studio. This is a development environment. And this is at the point where I thought I've had enough of trying to carve out documents using Word and PowerPoint and screenshots and Paint. I thought, I'm going to make a great tool to do that. And this was the 6 months, 7 months get rich thing, which hasn't quite worked yet. So I turned to this, and just before I used this, what happened was I thought I'll draw sketches, send them to India, and back would come a magnificent product. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. So I taught myself to code, which is like the best thing I ever did. I mean, it's just so much fun. You should all try it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So I want to make stuff like this using code. So what's the fastest possible way I can get a piece of software to get stuff out of my head onto the screen and turn up in a nice looking Word and PowerPoint document? This is the invention. So this is a dummy application, and this dummy application is any piece of software, right? Doesn't matter what it is. And you take screenshots of it, and this is my simple mind work, right? Take screenshots of it, and instead of drawing an arrow and a box and a number and text, we do one arrow, right? So this was the idea. How fast can I get it out of my head and onto the screen? And then this has got 3 pictures in it, but it can have lots. And the numbers are automatic because I was just sick and tired of renumbering things in PowerPoint. And then you can rearrange them and the numbers recount and wedge things in and the numbers recount. But when it comes to output, could we make the software do Word and PowerPoint and HTML and e-learning? You won't see the e-learning today. It's not super sophisticated e-learning, but it's really quick to make. And so, but these are the sort of outputs that come out of the product. This is the final one I'll show you, which is just to say, and it goes into a content management system as well. So it's just about trying to be rapid, really, because it kind of born out of this frustration of years past of having to write materials. And so the metaphor is like, let's do it kind of like you do it in Paint, but like tons more rapidly. But try and get the software to do the design. Because I'm not very good at design. So that's kind of the premise behind it. 58 seconds. That's me. That's an old photo. You probably worked that out already. But Like, who changes their photo on LinkedIn, right? So, when was the last time you changed yours? Never. Okay, so please connect with me. Look, I don't know if this is any value to you, but, you know, I want to be part of this community. You know, I want to help people write really good docs really quickly. So I don't know if it's of value to you, but if you're interested, please connect with me and we can have a discussion and maybe somehow we can help each other. How'd I go?
Perfect.
Ah!